Hello and welcome to Redstone Dust Explained. I am currently working on a series of going through every redstone component in the game. Redstone Dust is the simplest redstone component of them all, so I decided to start with it and progressively get more complicated. Anyways, let's get into it. The Redstone Dust main use is to activate redstone components and other things, such as trapdoors, doors, and gates from a longer range than you can without it. As an example, you can open an iron door with a lever that is right next to it, but with the redstone dust, you can open the door from a length of 15 blocks. The redstone dust closest to the lever has a redstone power of 15, then the next is 14, then 13, and so on until 0, where the dust have no power. These things will be important to remember later, but enough of that, let us go through the things the redstone dust can activate and deactivate. Let us start with the most fun block in creative mode. I'm of course talking about the TNT. We all know what it does, it just explodes things. Then we have the droppers. The droppers drop items inside them when activated. The dispenser can drop items, but can also place lava, water, shear sheep, place pumpkin on a snowman, and shoot arrows. We have the powered rail that boosts your minecart when it is activated. You can activate sticky and normal pistons. These fellows move the block that is on its head. The sticky ones retracts it back when deactivated again. We have of course the iron door, but it also works on wooden doors as well. The dust can activate repeaters through blocks, but can do it without blocks as well. You can deactivate redstone torches like this, where the torch gives no power. It can power the redstone lamp, which just lights things up. We have the activated rail that kicks you out of the minecart if activated. It deactivates hoppers to giving chests more items. You can activate comparators with or without blocks, but we will talk about comparators later. Not only that, but you can also activate multiple things at once. As you can see, I activated the lamps with a redstone torch. But levers and torches are not the only thing you can power it with. You can power it with a redstone block and buttons, where the redstone power lasts 15 blocks. We have the lectern. When you pass a page, it gives out the full power for a split second. It is sort of the same with observers. It gives out the power when a block updates. In this example, we use note blocks. When you right click it, it gives out a tone, which gives out the redstone power 15 for a split second. And so, we have the daylight sensor. When it is set for day, it gives out a larger redstone power depending on how high the sun or moon is. If set to night, it gives out just at night. Okay, I know the redstone power, but why do you have to say it each time? It is only 15. Well no, we are now going through the power sources that gives a power of less than 15. We have the target. No, not that target, that target. The target gives out a higher power the more you can get an arrow in the center of the block. The less accurate, the less power. We have the comparators. These things are complicated. When you place a chest behind it, it will give a signal depending on how filled the chest is. This chest is filled to the brim and gives the signal of 15. This chest is only 2/3 full and gives only 10 blocks of signal out. Wait, that was not that complicated. No, but this is the complicated part. If it is not on subtract mode, it gives out a signal depending on the signal from the side and behind. The signal from behind is the first in the equation. This signal is 15. To the side, the signal is 13. 15 negative 13 equals 2, 15 negative 2 equals 13. Therefore, the signal is at 13. This signal is again 15. From the side, it has a power of 7. 15 negative 7 equals 8, therefore the signal is at 8. Pressure plates can also activate it. We have 3 pressure plates that matter: wooden pressure plates, light weighted and very weighted plates. When you step on the wooden pressure plate, it will give out a signal of 15 blocks. The light weighted plate needs 57 entities to give out the max signal. The very weighted one requires 598. But if you place like one stack, it will act like a small amount of entities. So to fill it efficiently, you must use different items. Repeaters can make the signal longer. In this example, the first set runs for 15 blocks and then I place a repeater and it could last 15 blocks more. When you trip over string between tripwire hooks, it gives out a maximal signal if you keep being on the string. Trap chests give out a small signal that only lasts 1 block. Because it is not easy to notice, I place a redstone lamp next to the redstone so you can see it properly. When the dust is activated, the block under it acts like redstone blocks. As you can see here, the redstone trail gives the same results as the redstone block. If you try to activate a piston like this, you are doing it wrong. You can sure place it on the block under the dust because it acts like a redstone block, but if you want to place it higher, you must lead the redstone dust directly to the component. You can also place it on the component, but it will go off the pistons if you activate the piston. When you place a singular dust, it has this cross shape by default. If you right click the singular dust, you get this circular shape. This will not activate the upper piston in this example, because it does not go directly back from it. Redstone dust will never activate a block that is under it if it is placed on a slab, but it can go upwards if the power source is located down from the slab. That was a lot, but there's one more fact. You can deactivate the redstone dust by placing a block on top of a dust that goes 1 block downwards. So this is my first video, so I decided to say that 100% of you that are watching are not subscribed. Yeah, please go do that, because I am working on making redstone component videos. Thank you, goodbye.